pack unboxing here on the channel. If you're excited for this one, do me a favor, hit that like button down below, comment down below, let me know if you've heard of these movies, what you thought of them, subscribe if you are new, check in the description for a link to my Patreon. Some pretty cool perks over there. But guys, if you don't know what Horror Pack is, it is a monthly subscription service. I've been doing it for now, this is my third year doing it. And basically, for around $25 a month, depending on which package you choose, you either get 4 DVDs or 4 Blu-rays, completely randomly picked. And there's always an exclusive in there that you can't get anywhere else. And that's what really makes it worth it. Really expand your movie collection. I get the Blu-rays. I really enjoy them. So we started something last month, though, where we're actually going to do a review of the movies that we got in the previous month's horror pack. So this is all stuff from March. And then I have April's horror pack ready to go right here. So starting out, one that I did not watch this time, just because I've already seen it. And that is 2018's Halloween. I like this movie a lot, actually. There's one particular plot point in it that I'm not too fond of. I'm not going to go into spoiler territory here, but for the most part, I really enjoy this movie. There's one scene in particular, though, that I really think is it's like an unbroken shot that I think is a masterwork in suspenseful movie making, and it really makes this movie stand out. So 2018's Halloween. It's one of my favorite Halloween movies out of the whole series, which is, I guess, not saying much because there's some pretty bad movies in that series. But I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 on that one. Next up, we had a dual pack, The Watcher and Skeleton Key. So I watched both of these. I'd seen them before, but it had been a long time, so I needed to rewatch them. The Watcher with James Spader and Keanu Reeves. It's okay. It's definitely got some problems, and Keanu Reeves doesn't make for the most compelling villain ever, but it's not bad. The ending's a little lackluster, but it keeps up a good level of suspense throughout. I'll go ahead and give this probably like a 2.5 out of 5. And then the Skeleton Key, I think, is mostly made by its twist ending. Most of the movie is pretty standard fare kind of creepiness, but then that twist ending happens and it elevates it up to like a 3 out of 5. So not a bad dual pack there. They're both, like when I say 2.5, I mean a good 2.5. So I'm glad I had both these movies. This was a good inclusion last month. Next, Night of the Animated Dead. Now, I had heard really bad things about this before I got it and watched it. What I'll say, the animation is not as bad as I thought it would be. The voice acting is not as bad as I thought it would be. The biggest problem this movie has is that it's a complete shot-for-shot remake more often than not of the original movie. And it made me just want to watch the original movie because it's better. So it's a superfluous movie. It doesn't need to exist, in my opinion. There's no artistic value here. I'll give it a 2 out of 5 just because just because the quality is higher than what I was expecting. But it's a movie that does not need to exist. And then last but not least, it was the Horror Pack exclusive. It was called Angel. I was actually looking forward to this one because it was a slasher and everything. One thing I'll say about this movie, it has some of the dumbest characters I've ever seen in a slasher movie, which is saying something. The audio quality on this is not good. There were so many times where I was like, I can't hear what the hell they're saying, even through my sound system. And the Blu-ray has no subtitle options. Like, you can't turn on subtitles so that you know what the hell they're saying. It's pretty low quality. 1 out of 5. It has some merit to it, but not a very good movie. Did not really enjoy that one. But let's get to the reason that you guys actually came here and have to find out what we're getting in the April pack. And we got it right here. There is one with a slip cover. We're going to save that one for last. I'm going to grab this one first. Zach Parker's Proxy, a worthy successor to Rosemary Baby. I've never actually, believe it or not, admission here, out of all the horror movies I've seen so many classic, Rosemary's Baby is actually one that I've never seen. When is this from? 2013. That's the cover. In the last month of her pregnancy, Esther Woodhouse is savagely beaten in an alleyway by an unknown assailant and loses her baby. To aid in her recovery, she attends a support group for grieving parents, where she meets Melanie, who claims her son and husband were killed by a drunk driver. Esther and Melanie develop a friendship, but soon it becomes clear that both are harboring much darker secrets than they initially let on. And when both their lives are transformed by another shocking act of violence, they find that recovery may be impossible. With wildly unpredictable twists and turns, Proxy is a fascinating, unnerving, and endlessly unpredictable psychological thriller. It's not rated. I've never heard of this. I have no idea what to expect quality wise. It seems pretty messed up in general. IFC Midnight. Yeah, that the description of it doesn't really grab me, but who knows? It might be a quality movie. I'll definitely end up watching it. And you'll find out next month. Subscribe so you can be here next month to find out what I thought of that movie. Yeah, definitely one I've heard of before. So that's interesting. Okay, next. Wow. Okay. Movie called Trapped. It's got Charlize Theron, Courtney Love, Stuart Townsend, and Kevin Bacon in it. So, lots of names in the cast. That's for sure. Another movie I've never heard of. Radar from 2002. Okay. From the producer of Thelma and Louise comes a white-knuckle, edge-of-your-seat thrill starring Academy Award winner Charlize Theron, Courtney Love, Stuart Townsend. Oh, they're going to credit with League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, okay. And Kevin Bacon. When their daughter is taken for ransom by a gang of serial kidnappers, a young doctor and his wife find themselves held hostage while a 24-hour plan to extort their money is set into motion. With time running out and his health of their asthmatic daughter at serious risk, they find themselves in a race against the clock as the perfect crime begins spiraling towards an unthinkable, terrifying, and deadly conclusion. Definitely getting more of like a thriller vibe this month. It seems what they're going for than the straight horror that we've had in the past. So that's interesting. Yeah, neither of these movies, like so far, neither of these movies are really grabbing me. Like saying, "Ooh, I gotta see that." But yeah, still got two more in here, including the exclusive and the slipcover. So this will probably be the exclusive here, I'm imagining. So we'll grab this. Horror Pack signed. Okay. Horror Pack original. So this is exclusive number 82. It is signed by somebody. And it's called 73 Minutes. And on the back there you can see this is the kind of the cool stuff that you get here. Okay, Monica's driving home after an intimate encounter when she gets a call from a private number. Excuse me. The anonymous caller threatens her daughter's life if she doesn't deliver a client file to him. He sends her coordinates to a location 73 minutes away and warns her not to deviate from the GPS instructions or call the police. Now she has 73 minutes to figure out what the caller wants with the file. She enlists the help of her lover to solve the mystery in order to save her daughter, but as they get closer to figuring out the identity of the caller, they realize that all their lives are in peril. Yeah, that's probably... it's from 2020. This is Lou Simon, the director, that signed it. This is interesting. So... here's the thing. Like, so far, these movies all seem to have a through line. They're all very thriller, not straight up horror. And the descriptions aren't grabbing me so far, but that is cool to have the director's signature there. So that right there is a cool... that's the second time I've gotten something signed through Horror Pack. So that's pretty cool. And then last but not least, we have our slipcover here. Okay. Wow, okay. To Your Last Death. There's a Morena Baccarin? Ray Wise, Danny Lennon, Bill Moseley, and William Shatner. Okay. It's animated. Okay. Second month in a row with an animated movie. After emerging as a sole survivor in a deadly revenge game set up by her father to punish his children, Miriam receives an offer from a supernatural entity to go back in time and try again. Now Miriam must survive both her father's bloodlust and the game master's ever-changing rules to save her siblings as she relives the worst night of her life. It's from 2018. Won a whole bunch of awards at like horror film festivals, so I'm not sure how I feel about this horror pack. I mean, these might be gems. There might be something really good about these, but none of them are really grabbing me as something like, yeah, yes, I'm so glad I got that. I don't know. We'll see. I'll be watching these over the next month here, and then we'll be back next month with the May horror pack, and I'll let you guys know what I thought of these movies. But guys, have you heard of any of these movies? Let me know what you think of them. Don't be spoiler in the comments, because I'll probably get a chance to read your comments before I get a chance to watch these. But if you have seen these, let me know what you think of them. Do any of them pique your interest? Something that you might want to see? I'm not so sure about this month's horror pack, but you know what? They all can't be gems, and we've had a couple months in a row with some really good stuff in it. So, and who knows? One of these might end up being amazing. So, but guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I hope everyone has a good day today, and I will see